about who's the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua in court, and now we are having to watch live broadcast of court proceedings, back and forth, a lot of legalese, and that doesn't seem to be heading anywhere. We still do not have a substantive deputy president. But should we really be worried about what is happening right now? What?
Fred, we partly need to be worried, but wholesomely, I don't think it matters. Partly because, you see, the Constitution envisions that in the event that anything would happen to the president, then his deputy would take over. And that anything basically is that the president is not there, yeah, or that he has run mad. He cannot lead this country. He cannot be president, or he is impeached, or he drops down dead, or anything happens. He's declared insolvent by the courts. Anything, then the DP. But now the situation is that we do not have a deputy president. That, in my view, does not matter. It doesn't matter because if you look at, again, how the Constitution envisions the office of the deputy president is that you are the principal legal, and not a legal assistant, because as the Attorney General, you are the principal assistant to His Excellency the President. In the past 3 terms of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and the 3 generations of elections that we have had, we have not seen substantive roles that are being played by the deputy president. And it's largely because it's been such a highly conflicted office between the boss and the bossee, the president and his deputy, which therefore really shows or indicates that there's really nothing much that we need to expect from the deputy president. And it's because even the executive orders that have been issued by His Excellency the President to indicate the roles and functions that he would wish that his deputy assists him over, we have not seen a very elaborate, convincing results out of those kind of responsibilities. And I believe that is not because those people are incompetent. It is largely because of the degree of conflicts and the environment that the deputy president operates in. So much such that it really should not matter whether it is Professor Kithure Kindiki or Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, because given the facts as they are, it is actually Rigathi Gachagua who is our deputy president. But the question then that boils is, even if the courts were to reinstate him, of course this is a matter that is in court, would he really be fit to work with his boss? How would that relationship look like? Would it be a mechanism that would really cement, even before Kenyans, that the president is keen to want to work with his deputy? How would that relate to the functions that are supposed to be meted or done by the deputy president? And because I'm in devolution, part of the reasons why county governments are struggling is because they do not have a spokesperson. Remember, we no longer have a cabinet secretary in charge of devolution because we don't have a ministry of devolution. In the initial stages, you'd expect that when cabinet meets, then the CS for devolution would then be the one speaking, even including these issues of SHIF, issues of ECDs in education, issues of county funding, on-source revenue, many challenges that counties are facing. As it is right now, the cabinet has met for many days. Rather, the cabinet has had many meetings in many days, but we have not seen constructive conversations around counties. And so it is even baffling that Professor Kithure Kindiki missed a Senate session because he is hoping that he's a deputy president. Honestly, what will your monthly salary payroll look like? Would it be okay to also post it to Kenyans so that we really find out whether he would be paid or whether he will be paid? Because then we'll ask the question, so how are you paid? As a CS for Interior or as a deputy president? And if you really accepted that money, then how come you did not fit? You didn't see it fit to also appear to respond to some of the issues that fall within your docket for which you are paid for. So I think it is a drama, Fred, that Kenyans are being taken into. We are being boxed into wars of fahali wawili wakipigana ni nyasi ndio huumia. And as you rightfully said when we began this segment, many issues that are of a priority and of importance to Kenyans are not being dealt with in the manner as to how we see politicians dealing with their issues. Look at the time they took at the National Assembly, the time they took at the Senate, now even the time that they are taking to be able to really deal with and canvass over their issues, as opposed to even conversations around what we have been talking about, important issues to Kenyans like health, like education. Agriculture is not working, affordable housing, nothing is working for Kenya Kwanza, you know. And so you ask yourself, really, what does this mean to Kenyans, and what is the priority that the government is supposed to be talking about?
And you made mention of a potential crisis with the